Houston Rockets guard Chris Paul played the part of the hero for the home team on Thursday night as Houston beat the Golden State Warriors in Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals to take a 3-2 series lead. Now, the question is whether Paul will be able to play in Game 6 on Saturday night. After a game in which the Rockets were not particularly offensively impressive, Paul came up with some clutch baskets despite struggling overall. Paul got the better of the Golden State defense several times from beyond the arc, including one instance in which he gave a shoulder shimmy to Stephen Curry, allowing the Warriors guard a dose of his own medicine. But Paul appeared to injure his right hamstring on a play with 51 seconds to go in fourth quarter as he was shooting a floater in the lane. After his shot, Paul remained on the ground and down at the Houston end of the floor as possession changed sides. Paul left the game some 30 seconds later, and was unable to finish the game. The Rockets' point guard had already been battling a right foot injury and had to get lots of treatment just to be able to play in Game 5. It's not entirely surprising that Paul injured himself on his right side. A weakened link in the kinetic chain tends to force other muscles and joints to compensate for injured areas. When overused or improperly used, the chance for a new injury in another part of the kinetic chain, say, up the leg and into the hamstring, is entirely possible. That seems like what happened to Paul on Thursday night, but we will have to wait for official word from the team before we know whether he will be playing on Saturday. Hamstring issues can be nagging, and despite lots of treatment, there is also the swelling that will occur when Paul has to fly to Oakland. As expected, Chris Paul said he will be good to go. Players are the worst at providing a timeline for their injuries. Just saw injured Rockets guard Chris Paul jump into a Maybach outside the Toyota Center and he said, "I will be alright." I next asked about Game 6, Paul said, "Oh yeah," before being whisked away. Mark J. Spears, at Mark Spears suspend, May 25, 2018. Houston coach Mike D'Antoni says that Paul will be evaluated tomorrow and will be continuing to get treatment, but he is not worried about someone being able to fill Paul's shoes. That's certainly the right thing to say for D'Antoni, but we know how Game 6 might go if CP3 is unable to play.